This is Penny from Penny's Infinite Jewelry. And today I have a jewelry opening. I bought this from a lady on Mercari. And me and her ended up having a complete conversation about the jewelry. Because I like to know where it came from, what I can expect. And it was 15 pounds. And I think I paid $65 for it. And she is a crafter. So she buys tons of jewelry. And she makes pictures with her jewelry. And then whatever she doesn't want, after she picks through it, she resells. So that's what I got. I got 2 of these. So I probably won't be able to open but one at a time because it's a lot of jewelry. Okay, let's get started. I don't even know what to expect. All I know is she's a jewelry maker. And I really want to start making those pictures as well because I had that on my list of things to do. And the first one I wanted to make was a flower garden. I want to find different pieces of flowers, vintage jewelry flowers, or what do you call that, acrylic, what do you call those bangles that's got the pretty colors on acrylic. Okay, so that's what I want to start making as well. So I started picking out pieces from my jewelry as I was going through it and trying to figure out what I want to do for a flower garden. And I thought it would be so cool to make even like a cross, but use different crosses to make the cross, but it would just be pretty. Okay, this fell out of the bag in the box. It was so heavy. My 16-year-old toted it in and she was like, oh my gosh, what is this? But it was, each of these are 7.5 pounds a piece. I did buy another jewelry lot that's all the rings, 3 pounds coming. And then I bought another jewelry lot that was 9 pounds, which I have absolutely no idea what to expect because I kept asking the girl what's going to be in it. And she just kept saying, it's sealed, it's sealed. But this has a $2 tag on it. But see, for jewelry makers that are making pictures, I mean, I want that. And I do have my magnet and I have my loop so we can see. Yesterday, I took 2 tiny little pieces of gold items. One didn't even have gold stamped on it. To the jeweler, I got $40 and that paid for my blue box, which I have that coming in as well. Okay, this is a pin. And what I'm learning is a lot of your animal pins and brooches and stuff, there are certain followers, cat followers, bird followers, that actually collect that stuff. So that's pretty cool. So if I gave $65, that's what, $32 a bag, I think. Okay. This is bracelets. These are pretty cool. I'll probably sell those. They're like wrapped. I don't sell a lot of bangles because they're hard to take a picture of for me. This is a nice stretch bracelet. I'm going to try to show you. Some people say I go too slow and some people say I go too fast. So I'm going to try to get right there. And also, I don't want to be boring. I don't want to do boring. This is a watch. Genuine leather. And what I've been doing is I started doing watch lots because I don't deal with watches. And you have to just kind of stay with what you do. And I put 29 watches up the other day on Mercari for like $55. And a man wrote me, he said, just for that one watch right there, I'll give you $25. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that. This is a brooch. I mean, a locket, it looks like. That would go on a necklace. Let's get our magnet out. It does not stick. And I will set this stuff aside to check it for gold. I have just bought my gold kit. So my husband's learning how to do checking for the gold and the silver and the jewelry. The guy that we take our scrap gold to in town, the jewelry man, he showed him a little bit on how to do it. This is a brand new necklace. And those are and earrings. And see, I guess she bought this, and this isn't something she wants to sell. And she gave me names. Ouch. I got poked. She gave me names of other jewelry sellers on Mercari. And if Mercari's watching this, we need to have a way to follow people. You can't just look up someone's name on Mercari and follow them. You have to actually look up some of the stuff they're selling and then follow them that way. This is a giraffe, and I love giraffes. Little giraffe pin. Really good condition. The magnet did not stick to it. This looks like a dog collar. Dog tag. If anybody has lost their dog tag, I think I found it. Little dog tag. I won't be selling that probably. Let's see what else we have here. I'm just digging out of the bag. Nothing on that, but something could have fell off. But it's just an empty piece of paper. I could put it on there and say, just have your imagination. Did you know someone actually sold an imaginary friend for like $3,000 on eBay? Go look up on YouTube the craziest things that have sold on eBay. People's got more money or no sense. Okay, so this is a cross, and I like this cross because it's made out of, look at my nails. My nails are horrible. Been playing with my jewelry. It's made out of the stakes. That's pretty cool. Not sticking. Another pin, a Liberty Bell. 19th, just got the dates on it. And it is, I don't know. I'll have to look all this up. So much jewelry. I don't know if I have time to sit there and look up each piece. And I do not know how to share my screen like some people do. I'll have to learn that. And I have no idea which animal that is. If you know what that animal is, comment below. I don't know if it's a dog or a pig or a wolf, but single earring. We'll put it over here. This is another brooch. It's Blessed Our Mother's brooch. And I'll have to check this stuff for silver and gold. Does not stick. So I'll stick all my non-sticking stuff together. Like a non-stick pan. Stick it all together. Okay. This is a single earring. We'll keep it down here. And I've got 4 blue boxes coming in. But I'll try to do each one. 2002 Harley Davidson. 1986. It says 1986 on the back. But then it's got 2002 on the front. But that's a Harley Davidson pin. And like I said, you got your diehard Harley Davidson followers. So far I'm really pleased. This is a tie clip. I think that's what that is. It's a tie clip for a man. I'm trying not to touch my hair so much this time. I notice I'm really bad about playing with my hair. And it's like, because you can see yourself. Oh, this is cute. It's a little rifle. It's a tie pin that's a little rifle. Isn't that cute? I'm bending down because my screen's down there like y'all can't see the jewelry. Little jewelry necklace pendant. I don't usually put these on chains. But I've been finding a lot of just blank chains, and I'm really thinking about doing that. These are shells, and I've got puka shells. It's P-U-K-A. I thought it was polka shells online, and people actually like this stuff, especially if they're going to the beach on vacation, their honeymoon, going on a cruise, and they want to have some kind of beach theme to go with their pretty little dress and flats. And this is a shell, and that's very pretty. See, that needs to be restrung, like put back on a chain and stuff. All right, this is a pretty nice lot. And see, I'll get what I want out of it, and then what I do is I do crafters lots as well on Mercari. That's a pretty, it's got little stones. And this looks like a charm that's, get it from moving. And I video on my phone, so I don't have that cute little jewel cam Texas Gal Treasures got, but I want to get me one because it's so hard to see some of this. This says Ace Mart Stainless Steel 18 CR, whatever that is. But this is a cuff bracelet. This would be one like that, and it's just half gone. But that even would be like gypsy style, the 70s, where they like to wear the different bangles and things like that. Here's a pin. Tell me what you do with all your Christmas stuff. Do you list it, or do you put it in a lot? Because they say Christmas sales all year long. This is a lot of stuff. These are cute earrings, but they're tangled. Let me untangle them. Cute. And most of this stuff's still on the pack. So this seller definitely will get 5 stars from me. And I will buy from her again. This is another Christmas pin. These have like $2 tags on them. So I don't know if somebody, these might have come out of a blue box or maybe out of a Salvation Army lot. They have numbers on them. This is a Christmas watch. Tell me what you do with your watches. I just started putting mine in lots, which I'm sure I could get more money out of. This is broke. That is a very beautiful theme, but see how it's kind of... And I bought some jewelry cleaner. Let me show you real quick. I haven't even opened it. I got this jewelry cleaner, and I got this jewelry cleaner from Amazon yesterday. And I'm hoping they'll clean. This is just normal jewelry. I do have silver jewelry that I cleaner. And I bought the Wrights big old tub for 20 bucks. Silver gel that like you put on it, polish. But I still like to dip it in the jewelry like that. But it stinks. The silver cleaner and that red one. You get it at Walmart behind the counter and it stinks. This is another bangle. And another. That one's definitely not silver or gold. If you're watching jewelry for the first time, silver and gold, and there's other metals as well, but silver and gold will not stick to a magnet. You still probably have to check it, but this is a cute pin. I love selling pins. Love selling brooches. If I had to just stop doing everything, I'm not really good with rings. I don't really find really good rings that... How crazy. I just picked up a ring. There's a ring. I just don't know how to photograph rings. I do have my thing that measures them. Maybe I'll start doing that. This says Jessica. So I'm going to have to find a Jessica to buy that. Hello, Jessica. If you're out there, I found your bracelet. And my husband was looking online and found a yard sale in our town. And he knows I want a rollback desk. So he just went and ran to this yard sale for me. And for 50 bucks, I got me a beautiful, huge rollback desk. So I'm excited to get in there once I get out of the bed from my ankle and start fixing up my eBay room again. This is a shell tie pin. Now, they were saying hat pins. These are not hat pins. Hat pins are a lot longer, they're saying, from people. If you've never watched Dr. Lori on YouTube, she teaches a lot about vintage items, how much they're worth. And you can even get the Antique Roadshow on YouTube. And I love to watch that. So I've been listening to a lot of... I guess that would just be a necklace, but it needs ironed or something. That thing looks wackadoodle. Another pin. I love signed vintage pins like Monet. And I say this every time wrong. Napper. Right? If you live in Alaska. And if you've played with jewelry, you can tell that even if you wash your hands 100 times a day, you still play with the jewelry, you get jewelry fingers. Now, I don't know if this is a tie clip. It's very cute, though. Or a shoe clip. It could be. If you know what this is, comment below. Comment below. No, I get all of these American flags, and I tried to put them in a lot and put them on auction on eBay, but I didn't get any bidders. So I've been kind of just throwing them into my crafting lots. And my crafting lots, some of them are just got really good stuff in it. It's not stuff I want to sell. Let's see, I will sell that. I will sell that. All right. Comment below on the most expensive piece of jewelry that you found and that you've sold. And I'm hearing from a friend about Bakelite plastic bangles. Do you know how many plastic bangles I probably just threw in a lot, not thinking they were worth anything? But you can get a lot of money out of plastic bangles. And she was sharing with me that you take a paper towel, you take 409 and you spray your plastic bangles. And if it leaves a yellow film on the paper towel, then it's more than likely Bakelite. No, I don't know sure if other things do that, but that's a necklace. A bunch of beads. When I first started buying these jewelry jars from the Goodwill, and I didn't know about making crafter's lots, I would take every bead off of those necklaces, and I saved them up. I still have some. And then my daughter found them, and she's wanting to make jewelry. This is kind of cool. Okay, I'm not even going to say what that is. But I know they used to sell feather pins like these at our annual flea market. And they okay, I'm not even going to say what that is. But they used to call it the roach clips. But this is Lucky brand, and that's what it looks like. Not that I'm an expert in that at all, but that's what I remember when we used to wear those little the annual flea markets now in our town, Pioneer Days. And we would go all buy those dollar feathers and wear them to school. And we had no idea what they were making those feather hair things out of. But that's pretty cool. That's a nice, see, I would sell that because it's spiky. It's kind of got a gold and a silver tint to it. Hey guys, we haven't even went through this bag, and I don't like to make long videos because I think people get bored watching long videos. And I have absolutely no idea because I do not speak Korean or Chinese. That's a Chinese pin. And when you get a bunch of these pins, what do you do with them? I'm trying to get it to focus. When you get a bunch of these pins, do you like stick them all in a lot? Do you sell them separate? Like, I would sell this separate because a cat person or a vintage pin collector would buy that. I've been putting little pins like Avon pins. This is an U.S. Army pin. I may have to just make a pin lot and let people see. Thought about making a bead lot because a lot of my beads go in. Okay, this is pretty and it's weird. Like, what's going on with that face? This is a Christmas pin. And I have absolutely no idea why her face is made so long. I don't even think humans have long faces like that. Okay, here's a few bangles. I may have to make this video in parts because I don't want to bore anybody. But comment below what other kind of videos you would like to see. Oh, another pin. So lots and lots of these pins in here. And honestly, for $65, if I didn't even get the other bag, I think I would be happy just with this. And I'm trying to start, I've been studying and taking this little course on making a blog. And I'm trying to come up with a name for my blog because I don't want to just do jewelry because that would be a really narrow niche to do. So I kind of wanted to do it on reselling. This is what they call hemalite. And this is magnetic. But I sold a hemalite necklace the other day. But this is a magnetic necklace. And these little beads, they call them hemalite. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I take criticism, constructive criticism, very well. Oh, this is a pendant. Now, there's a difference in a pin. Now, this is a brooch to me, but you could call it a pin or a brooch. But this would be a pendant because that would go on your necklace if you're just learning everything newly. If you're just a newly jewelry person, there's a little little Santa Claus right there. Should I save all this closer to October and put it out? This is Sarah Coventry. I can tell you right now before I look because I have the bracelet to this. And I about bet you this earring is going to be Sarah Coventry. Because I have the bracelet and the necklace. And I've lost my loop and all this stuff. But let's see if I'm wrong. Nope. Sarah Coventry. I knew that. Because I have the bracelet to that. If she had the other earring in here, it'd be kind of cool to make a lot. Pepsi 400. This is a 2004 Pepsi. And some people actually collect Pepsi pins. I am going to eventually get my nails done. So you ain't got to look at this short yuck. That's got like a glaze over it. But it's a earring. Could you imagine wearing that? Would that be a pin or an earring? I don't know if I could wear an earring that way. Whew. Lots and lots of Christmas pins. So I might just put them up. Aren't those cute? Okay, another thing I'm trying to decide. I'm doing Etsy, Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay. And I really would like to drop one of those platforms. And because jewelry doesn't do really well over on Poshmark, I'm kind of thinking about dropping Poshmark. Then today I sold a belt. But I don't sell jewelry hardly at all on Poshmark or my antiques. So if I dropped one, I think it would be Poshmark. And I would keep Mercari, Etsy, and eBay. You still trying to get that piece of hair out of it. Goodness, I probably should have just poured this out. It's a little dangle earring. It's got bonus hair there. Don't know whose hair it is, but it is rusting. So I probably would put this in a lot. Somebody might could take some of those off and do something with them. And this is a little Christmas. Looks like a little Christmas lamb. Hope that's focusing well. Tell me how long is too long for these videos. Let me know what you think. This is missing a stone. I'm starting to keep stones because you can probably replace some of these stones, and we're just throwing things away because stones are missing. This would be a pendant, right? It goes on a necklace. This is what you call a toggle bracelet. I'm trying to think to teach some here. This here is a toggle. And sometimes, if it's silver, it'll be written across here. But this is what you would call a toggle charm bracelet. And it's got butterflies. And see, I'm wanting to do my flower garden out of things. So this would be really good because it's got dragonflies, beetles, ladybugs, all kinds of different stuff that I could put in my flower garden. So tell me what you think for $65. And we haven't even touched the other one. And there's a barrette. I don't think there's anything special about that barrette. Here's an Iowa election official from 2000. I think I will do pins. And tell me, do you do auctions or do you do buy it nows on eBay? And which one do you do well at? This is a pin. Jasper pin. This is actually a pin. You see that? Would be like a hat pin. It would be something like that. That's what I would call a pin, and it's ISU. This is Iowa State University. I call it anything with this type of closure, a brooch. But that's a 100 Avon. I could call that a pin or a brooch, but these are hat pins to me. And we used to wear denim jackets back in the 80s. And we would take those pins and we would collect them. And our jackets would be just slap full of pins. And I hope to see some of the 80s come back. It was a cool era to live in. There's a really pretty necklace. No name on it, but see, I'd sell that. I thought about not selling stuff that isn't signed or silver. I'm going to change my mind. This is a Christmas pin. Lots of Christmas pins. What is this? Let me see. I'm going to get my loop that I have probably already lost here. But it's got a name on it. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Focus on there. Focus on there. Okay. I'll probably take this to 30 minutes and then do another one. That's a Disney pin. And you got your die-hard Disney collectors that will buy that. These are cute. And they're hooked together. Earrings. Like I said, the lady I got this from, she buys it and makes pictures. And she has, it's called Family Jewels something. I'll have to look it up. If you want to go on Facebook and look up her pictures that she does. It's called Family Jewels. But I like how these clip. Watch. Snap in. So that tells me that these may be silver. Oh, they're sticking, but then. Okay. So if anybody's been watching me with my Tiffany bracelet that I found, I did take it to, found it in the last haul, did take it to my jeweler, and he said that because it's got Tiffany written across it. I'll show it on the next one. It's got Tiffany T & Co written on it. He said it looks like it's scratching off. It doesn't look like that's silver. He didn't test it. But I personally wouldn't think Tiffany would put anything but silver on their stuff. This is Lucida, a Lucida pin. I'm going to be so happy just putting these little pins on. Then, let's talk about lighting. Do you do natural lighting? Do you do a lamp? Do you have a light box? Or do you have one of those gem light boxes, which one guy said he paid $1,300 for, but it takes amazing pictures of your stuff. This, it looks like it's got, I don't know, that's just pretty. I'd probably sell that because it would be like a boho. You could put that name boho in there. When you're listing your stuff, go look up every single name that you can think of that Google, you want to be in the Google search. So look up gypsy, boho, retro, which would be back to the 80s and 90s. You've got something about revival, and you've got deco, the deco, deco art or art deco. You know, you need to be putting these names in there. And if it's vintage, put the word vintage. People just search. I don't think that's going to be worth anything. That'll go in a lot. Let me see. I'm going to try to match up all the earrings once I open both boxes, but that's a pretty, that's, you know, I would almost put that as, it looks almost to me like an Indian style. Indian, Asian, Japanese, if it looks like African, things like that, that makes a big difference in the search engine, because some people just collect Southwestern, some people just collect Navajo Indian, some people just collect silver. So make sure you're putting those keywords in your, I think that fell. Now that reminds me of, and I'll see if I can clean that up, more of an Indian or Southwestern look. See, that looks like Southwestern. Your turquoise, your vintage looking silver. There's a snowman pin. Lots of pins in here. But let me see. And they're saying wherever I got a thread up box coming too. 15 pieces for $48. And they're saying where the thread up boxes and where the blue boxes come from makes a big difference in the quality of what you're going to get. I almost have enough United States pins to make a lot of it. An angel. Oh, this is a cross. But you could put religious, Christianity. You could put spiritual, all kinds of stuff when it comes to crosses. If it's a crucifixion cross, Catholic, religious, spiritual, any kind of names like that. This is an old pin, but it looks like a 4H pin to me. I could be wrong. All right, this is almost at 30 minutes. I think I'm gonna stop it. And this is a button. This goes on top of buttons. So if you're, but you know, somebody will buy that because it's got a wooden cat on it. I'm gonna try to keep these videos at 30 minutes. That way I don't bore people. And then I will make another one with the rest of it. This is a cat paw, which our mascot's a cat. But you also got, what's that other state, Jeff, that's a cat? The Clemson Tides. Clemson something. See, so you could put, with this, you could even then put Wildcat. You could put Clemson Tides. Anything that would, animal. You want to put everything that you possibly could think that would send that person to your spot, to your store. This could either be a broken earring or it can be a pendant. And sometimes you can take earrings like that and find other things that they're very easy. There's the match to that one. We got a match. We found a match. And to everybody's question about single earrings, there are crafters that buy just single earring lots. The lady that told me this, she said she'll buy just single earring lots. So don't give up on your single earrings just yet. Especially the studs, because there's people that just have, you know, maybe just a cartilage pierced or something. So you can probably just put that single earring on if it's like a stud and sell it to someone that only needs that one earring. Right. This is another pin. All right, I'm going to stop this video here and start another one just because it's been 30 minutes of this video. But I will continue as soon as I get through. This is missing a stone, but that would be such an easy fix. But I would say that would be a pendant. Or if you were making art out of your jewelry. But it's missing 2 stones, 1 stone. But see, that'd be an easy fix. 1 or 2 stones. Pretty cool. Colorful spring colors. I do things like that. You'd want to put floral. I'd say filigree, but this isn't real. I think filigree has to be real precious metals. All right, this is Penny, and this is from the lot from Mercari, the 15 pounds. And will probably have to be in pieces because I don't want to do more than 30-minute things. But tell me what piece you like the best and answer some of the questions. What do you do with your Christmas pins? What do you do with all these pins that absolutely mean nothing? Do you just stick them in another crafter's lot? Because what I think is so cool about the resale community of jewelry is this lady got what she wanted. She sent it to me. I'll get what I want. Then I'll send it to the next. And it doesn't end up in the bottom of a garbage can. It doesn't end up in the bottom of a landfill. So I like the idea that we're using things that would just end up thrown away. This is Penny. And this is Penny's Infinite Jewelry.